Hey friends, and welcome back to Sewing from Scratch. If you are new here, I am Kate, and this is where I teach you everything I know about sewing, and we learn more together along the way. Today is my favorite time of the month where I round up everything I made and I show it to you. So of course this month we were celebrating Shelf Sewing September. It's a challenge that I have created over on Instagram. This is my second year of doing it and things changed a little bit. Things were a bit different from last year, but overall I was pretty pleased with how many people were actively sewing from their stash, including myself. And if you missed that, I will link the videos down below for you to check out. Even though September is over, you can go back and look at them so that you know what to look forward to next year. I always encourage sewing from your stash anyway, so don't think that you just need to do that in September. So I did sew quite a few things this month, even though it didn't really feel like it. It felt like I was working on the same projects all month, which I kind of was. But the first thing I'm going to mention is one that you may have seen in a video this month, and that is my Jenna skirt, my seamwork Jenna skirt. And I have a video just for this skirt, so I will link that down below, and you can also check it out right here. Not too much to say about this other than it's big, just like every freaking pattern that I sew is always big on me. I don't know, you'd think I'm measuring wrong or my tape measure's wrong or something. I don't think it is. I don't know what the deal is. It's big on me. So I might unpick it. It is still like, I can still wear it, so I don't know. I am happy with how it turned out though. So I did make one modification to this skirt, and that is that I added 2 inches at the center back just to give me a little more coverage on my bum. And that was, I think that was the only adjustment I made. It has the elastic back and then the flat waistband front with pleats or gathering, I guess it is. I'm not sure that's like the most flattering for my figure. I might go with a flat front next time, but I do overall love this pattern and this shape, I guess the shape of the garment itself, and just I'll maybe omit some of the gathers next time. And I made this in this really cool turquoise 6.5 ounce linen from Blackbird Fabrics. I do have a video all about Blackbird fabric linens that I will link for you guys to check out after this video. Alright, another make that I have a full video on is my color blocked Fall in Love sweater. I love this. I really love this, and you guys can go in and check out that video of why I maybe should have sized up, but overall it was great, and it's a great scrap buster too. So I actually used a lot of different fabrics for this. I think there's 4 different types of fabrics in here, and you can use something a little less stretchy in this center panel if you want. Yeah, you can go into that video and check out all the good, the bad, and the ugly of this make. But it will be perfect for fall and layering over leggings or just cozying around the house. I am really excited to have this in my closet. Another make that I have a dedicated video for is leggings for my daughter, actually pants for my daughter. So these are the only ones I actually have. She's wearing a pair, and the other 2 I think are in the wash. And I ended up making 3 pairs of the Love Notions leggings and 2 pairs of the Candy Castle jogger pattern, and you can of course check that video down in the description box at the end of this video, so you can get all the lowdown on what I sewed for my girl and why she needed so many pairs of pants. And then, because my life wasn't crazy enough, I took on a pattern test, and it was just one that, I don't know, I just couldn't pass up. I actually had a fabric in mind for when I applied for the pattern test, even though I didn't end up using it in the end. This is the Brie skirt, and it has these fun buttons all the way down the front and side slits on both sides, and I believe there are something like 6 length options on it, and of course you can adjust that as you want. Very simple to sew up. All the testers in this test were very thorough, I guess, so I am very confident that this designer did an awesome job, and yeah, it's just a really simple skirt. It's actually really quick. You could sew this up in an afternoon, and there are 2 darts in the front. So there's one on this separate panel, one on the large front panel, and then there's also 2 in the back, kind of just above your bum, going into your bum. And the waist is a faced waist band, so that makes it really, really simple. I was working with the fabric that I had on hand, so it hits me kind of just below the knee type thing, and that's kind of what I was going for, was like a longer T-length dress. So I'm kind of upset I didn't have more fabric, but this is what I ended up with, and it's gonna be really cozy for fall as well. I used this 6.5 ounce linen, again from Blackbird Fabrics, in antique bronze, and I paired it in the videos you're gonna see, in the pictures you're gonna see, I paired it with my kind of pine forest green Sheridan sweater that I made in the winter. Now I am going to share with you the last of the things that I made this month. These are something I've been meaning to make for a long time. I actually ordered this pattern in May, the end of May, from sewyyc, and I finally got to it. I just made myself do it. I ordered some fabric a while ago. You're gonna see that fabric haul coming up in the next couple weeks here. It was filmed back in August, but you're gonna see the haul in October because I didn't want to put it out during Shelf Sewing September. You might have actually heard me talk about this. I think it was definitely in my September plans video, and that is shirts for my husband. So we own our own construction business, and he wanted something just a little more business casual, I guess, for when he's going to events and things like that, if that ever happens again. So he wanted something that had our logo on it. So I made the shirts, and we're gonna get the logos embroidered because I don't have an embroidery machine. So after I was going to copy one of his shirts, and then I came across this other pattern that I thought would work really well instead of having to like rub off a pattern, which is okay, but you know, it's easier if you just have it all done for you, right? So I used the gosling pattern from So Def, which is Mimi G's independent pattern company. You might know that she also creates pattern for Simplicity, but this is her independent company. I love the fit of the pattern. I love the style lines. I love pretty much the pattern itself, but the instructions for me were lacking, and I definitely don't consider myself a beginner. I think a beginner would have a lot of trouble with this. So I'm going to show you how they turned out, and yeah, we'll kind of just talk about them. So the first version I'm going to show you is actually one that is made from just cotton, quilting cotton, I believe it is. I bought it on fabricville.ca quite a while, like pre-pandemic, and I had actually bought it for my beginner sewing classes, which thank God I did not use it for that, because this fabric has like teeny tiny little triangles and it makes you so cross-eyed. I would feel so awful if I had my beginners working with this. So did not use that, use it for this instead. So I thought I would use this one to kind of show you the inside of the garment. So what I don't love about this pattern is that in the instructions there's no information on finishing seams, and almost all of the seams are top stitched, so you know the yoke is all hidden and the button plackets are all hidden, so that's not a big deal. But when it got to the arm side, I didn't finish that seam, and it was like major regrets on all of them. I didn't learn my lesson. But so that's kind of scraggly there. I did go ahead and finish the side seam and underarm seam because I knew better by that point. The hem is a curved hem, as you can see from the diagram, and I don't know, I just am not good at them. I think if I ever need to make this pattern again, I will, I'll do like a hem facing or something, because yeah, I'm just not super happy with how all the hems turned out, and I don't know, I'm probably the only one that's ever gonna notice, but this is probably one of the best ones, and this was like $3 meter fabric. Why is it the cheap fabric always turns out better than the expensive fabric? All right, so this was the other button-up one I did, and I used cotton, organic cotton poplin from Simplify Fabrics. Again, you're gonna see that haul come out in October. It was filmed in August, but you're gonna see it in October. So the rest of these fabrics are from Simplify. Tortoiseshell buttons for this one. I think these were actually ones that I had picked. out for this one. And yeah, this is the color Shiitake in the organic cotton poplin. Not really too much to say about this one. I don't love working with this fabric, so I don't know. I think it'll feel good for him, but yeah, otherwise it's the same as that other brown one. Okay, now this one I'm going to show you kind of more of the details because you'll see it better with the top stitching I did. This one is cotton hemp blend from Simplify, and it is, I think it's called New Horizon or early, I don't know, something Horizon, and it's a gray, but it definitely looks blue under certain lights, so it definitely has a blue undertone. And I chose a darker gray, which I don't know why I didn't pick a lighter gray, but it ended up being okay because I did black buttons anyway. So on here you can really see the details of this triangular yoke on the front. It has these nice pleats in the back for their, you know, their broad backs and shoulders. You do top stitching around the shoulder seam. It is not flat felled seams, which I think I might do next time if this ever happens again. And then I did this different top stitching on the pocket here, so I actually crossed it over, and then I did bar tacks on the pockets, which I actually did on all of them, but you can really only see it on this one. And then we were trying to pick buttons for this, which I was so excited when I found the 5th button that I thought would be perfect for this. No, weren't good enough. So he's like, why don't you just order me some black snaps on Amazon? Guess what I said? Yeah, I had black snaps, which I thought we had discussed. Anyway, black snaps it was. This one, I actually ended up really liking the different top stitching because it adds a little bit of interest to it, especially on the pocket. Yeah, with all of these shirts, everything turned out all right. The collars turned out beautifully. The necklines were all right. But again, the hems just aren't great on really. This one is probably the worst one. Again, probably something only I'm gonna notice because it's all on the inside. Now we just need to get them embroidered. All right, now the last one, my favorite, I think my favorite. This is organic cotton muslin, and it's in black, as you can see. I did the black snaps on there as well, the metal snaps. And again, I think it's my favorite just because you can't see the imperfections really on the hem, which actually this hem is maybe the best hem out of them all. Like, why does that happen? And yeah, so I don't actually have any model shots of him. So check Instagram. I'm gonna try get some modeled shots of him in the next couple days here. So hopefully you guys can see some of that. But yeah, I know this one will be his favorite. Yeah, and then we just need to get our logo put on, probably on the right side. So that was everything I made in the month of September for Shelf Sewing September. All of these things were from my stash. Again, you will see some upcoming videos about fabric hauls that happened before Shelf Sewing September. So if you're interested in that, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on that little bell notification so you don't miss upcoming videos.